Hello friends, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and if you're new to watching the channel, I do welcome you and I hope you consider subscribing, and thank you to all of my returning subscribers for coming back and for your continued support. So today I will be sharing the reveal of my viewer's choice Sew Jump Rump Play 22 project. So if you would like to see my project and how it turned out, please continue to watch. So last month, Valencia of 85th and Wade hosted a challenge titled the Sew Jump Rump Play 22 here on YouTube and on Instagram. The challenge began on September 26th and it ran through October 26th. So yes, I know that this video is a late post, but my computer was clogged up and I had to get that situated and all that good stuff. So I was delayed with getting the video out. But anyway, Valencia decided to host this challenge due to her love of jumpsuits and in honor of National Jumpsuit Day. And those who participated sewed either a romper, a jumpsuit, play suit, boiler suit, or overalls for an adult. I was torn as to which pattern I wanted to make for the project, so I turned this into a viewer's choice. I picked 3 different patterns for viewers to choose from, and one was an overall choice, and that was Simplicity 9590. The second choice was a casual knit jumpsuit, which was Butterick 6600, and the last option was Butterick 6522, and Butterick 6522 won by a landslide. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe how many votes came through for that jumpsuit, or just came through period. So I appreciate everyone who participated, because that really took a lot of pressure off my decision making. I mean, I couldn't decide for anything. So again, thank you all who participated. So let's go ahead and get into this pattern with my experience and all that good jazz, because I have some things to talk about with this. So again, the pattern number is Butterick 6522, and the pattern description is Mrs. Women's Jumpsuit and Sash. Views. There are 3 views to this pattern, and the difference between all of the views is the sleeve options and the crop option within the legs. The view that I made was view B, which has like the elasticated sleeve at the wrist and the longest leg length. And the fabric recommendations are going to be your crepes, chalets, rayon, jerseys, and the notions that are needed are going to be your thread and the elastic for view B's sleeves, and for the waist for all of the views. So the pattern sizing comes in sizes 8 through 24W. The size that I cut was size 16, and I was very, very nervous about cutting a size 16 because this is woven fabric that has absolutely no stretch, the fabric that I use. Okay, so no stretch whatsoever, and the finished bust measurement for the size 16 is 45 according to the pattern, and my bust is 46.5. And the reason why I decided to cut a 16 instead of an 18 is because the size 18 had a finished bust measurement of 49 inches, and that would be way too big, especially with how this is a V cut, you know, a V in the front, and you know, I found that it would be hard to kind of like close it off without it looking like terribly bad, you know, with a much bigger size, due to the fact that you do have to open it up to get yourself in there, and it just, I didn't want to do that. So I sewed the size 16, and I used 1/4 of an inch seam allowance instead of 5/8, just to make sure that it wasn't too small, with the finished bust measurement being, you know, less than what I am. So once I made the jumpsuit bodice, I put it on and it seemed okay, but you never really know, you know, how it would truly be until the pants are connected when it comes down to a jumpsuit. And once the pants were attached and I tried the jumpsuit on, I did not like the fit at all. Not at all. The jumpsuit looked baggy. It's a little bit too drapey, and if I had made any adjustments, I wouldn't have been able to wear it because I wouldn't have been able to put it on. It would have been too tight. But the design of it is just too baggy. Like I just felt like I looked sloppy, you know. So I was pretty bummed out about that because of the drape. I don't like it at all on me. I just don't like it at all. And you know, I used my beautiful fabric, so that really saddened me. But I will say that this does have a happy ending, so please keep on watching to find out towards the end of the video. So the pattern pieces that I used were only 5 different ones, and that was the front and the back, the yoke, the sleeves, and the pant legs. I do feel like it looks like the models on the pattern envelope, so yes, I feel like I achieved that look of the view. But like I said, I don't like the ease in it, and I don't like the drapiness within the garment. But if you look on the pattern cover, that drape is there. I guess I just don't like it on my body type. So the instructions were very easy to follow. There were no hiccups with that at all. And the things that I liked about the jumpsuit, I like that it is a jumpsuit because I am a fan of jumpsuits, and I like the width of the sash, and that's a very, very nice width. I like wider sashes and wider fabric belts, so I will be keeping that pattern piece to use later on. What did I dislike about the pattern? As mentioned earlier, the drape, because it just looks too baggy, and I'm not a fan of that. I personally feel like this pattern would look nice on someone that had curves that stand out, more curves. I know I have a bigger bust, but I don't have like wider hips and, you know, like a big butt. But I think if I was a little bit more shapely, it would probably have looked a little better because it would have filled out some of the fabric that drapes. Yeah, I could have adjusted the pants, but I couldn't do anything with the top. If I touched it, I wouldn't have been able to put it on because it was hard to put on, and then when I got it on, it still looked drapey. So you know, like I said, it's just the design of the pattern, but it is what it is. As far as learning any new techniques, no, I didn't learn any new techniques. I've made things like this before. I didn't have any new time experiences. And for the fabric, I use this red and black crepe for the main fabric, and I use the black crepe to contrast the sleeves, the back yoke, and half of the front bodice. And I purchased all of this fabric from Joann Fabrics a couple of years ago. So I was very pleased with my color blocking that I'm absolutely afraid to do most of the time. I took, I built up the courage to do it, and I really think that the color blocking turned out great. As far as alterations or changes, no. As far as any modification recommendations, I don't really have any recommendations in regards to this pattern. It is what it is. Would I recommend it to others? Well, I would if you like this style and if you like the drape. You know, this is for somebody, and it looks good on other people. It's just not for me. So if you like how the model looks, if you like how it looks on other people, definitely, because it's not a bad pattern to sew. Like I said, it's just not flattering on my body type, in my opinion. As far as the availability, this pattern came out in 2017, and it is still available at your local Joann's and Hobby Lobby and on the Something Delightful website. And if it's been out for this long, since 2017, somebody must like it, right? As far as my pairings, I paired the jumpsuit with my black heels to give me some height for the legs. And as far as like my accessories, I think I had switched to take the picture, so I didn't wear the accessories that I would have normally worn, but I would have paired that with like a black necklace and earrings. So now I will enter a few more pictures and twirls of me in my jumpsuit. So yes, this is a very easy pattern to understand and to sew up, but like I said, it's not for me at all. It doesn't give me what I need to feel great in my clothes, but the happy ending is my mother absolutely loved it. It was totally up her aisle. She just loved how it was. My mother was on her way to a sneaker ball for her a friend of hers daughter, and when I was taking my photos and doing my video clips and everything, she came and she saw it and she was like, I want to wear that. So she took it and she wore it to the sneaker ball. So the jumpsuit has a new home and my fabric was not wasted, and I am proud of that. I'm happy of that. I'm happy for that, I should say. At the end of the day, I did take my time to make it. We always want great results in the end, and it was a great jumpsuit to sew up. If nothing else, I got practice, right? Practice to keep my skills up. But yeah, at the end, it just, you know, it wasn't for me, and that's okay. You know, now I know. But I will say that I'm so sorry that my first viewer's choice didn't turn out to be the way that I wanted it to be. I thought it was just going to be absolutely fabulous on me, but sometimes you just don't know. That happened to me with the 5 and Below series. The very first make, which was a jacket, was a complete bummer, disappointment, but it was, you know, it was a good make and I wear it almost every day. It's just that I wanted to have so many good things to say, and then my review was kind of negative because of how bad the pattern instructions were. But that's not the case here. It's a good pattern. The instructions are great. It's just not, it's a personal thing. So I will eventually do a viewer's choice again sometime, and I hope that the project is a success. But I thank you all again for your participation, because if nothing else, that part was fun. So please let me know what your thoughts are about this pattern and how you think the jumpsuit looks in general in the comment section below. You know I love to hear your thoughts. I am getting ready to close out this video, but before you leave, please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!